Well, it's an important day for India's selection calendar. The ECI has declared poll dates for Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana. Jammu and Kashmir will vote in 3 phases, starting with 18th of September, then 25th of September, and of course 1st of October. There's going to be a single phase voting for Haryana. J&K first phase will be on the 18th of September. Remember that the elections in Jammu and Kashmir will be held amidst a spike in terror attacks and also a clamour for the democratic process to kickstart in the Union territory. Of course, in Haryana, the situation is different. Both Congress and BJP backed 5 seats in the Lok Sabha elections of 2024, calling it even Stevens. So clearly, this is a priority state for the opposition and also for the BJP. The counting of votes will be done on the 4th of October.
यहाँ लोगों की अपनी हुकूमत थी नहीं और उसका खमियाजा भी हमने भुगता है। आज चलिए देर आए दुरुस्त आए, इलेक्शन कमीशन के तरफ से 3 फेजेस में इंतखाबात के तारीख का ऐलान हो चुका है और बड़ी जल्दी से जो है ये शेड्यूल जो है समाप्त होगा।
देखिए, चुनाव आयोग ने आज तारीखों का ऐलान किया है। 1 अक्टूबर को हरियाणा प्रदेश के विधानसभा के चुनाव हैं। हम जो चुनाव आयोग ने तारीखों का ऐलान किया उसका स्वागत करते हैं। हमारी पूर्ण तैयारी है। हमारी सरकार मिशन मोड के अंदर लगातार पिछले 10 वर्षों से काम कर रही थी और अब भी लगातार आने वाले समय के अंदर आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हम हरियाणा के अंदर बड़े मैंडेट के साथ सरकार बनाएंगे। मैं उनकी घोषणा का स्वागत करता हूं और सभी दलों से और ये अपील भी करना चाहूँगा कि हम भाईचारे से मिलकर के शांति प्रिय ढंग से इस चुनाव को पूर्ण करेंगे।
Okay, joining us now is our excellent team of reporters, Sunil Prabhu, who covered that very important press conference of the ECI. We have Nazir joining us from Srinagar, and we also have Gurpreet Chinna, who tracks Haryana and Punjab very closely for us. Sunil, you were at that very critical press conference today, and of course, Rajiv Kumar did entertain us, inform us so many of his shairis, which was expected. Tell us, what are the critical takeaways from the press conference today?
Well, 3 important key takeaways from the press conference. One, of course, as you saw, the Election Commission saying and explaining the reason for why they haven't held it for Maharashtra or, for that matter, Jharkhand, and has also hinted at the possibility of doing it with the state of Delhi later on, because he said there were 5 states. They decided to do it with 2 states, that is Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir, because they required it, adequate security forces. It's in that backdrop that you've seen a little bit of a backlash from Maharashtra leaders, people like Aditya Thackeray, who have said when you talk about a one nation, one poll, and you're using paramilitary forces, then definitely it's not an even phase. So that's definitely a huge sign and a message that has come from the main political adversary of the BJP in Maharashtra, not happy with the fact that Maharashtra, which was to go to the polls along with Haryana, has not been done. Having said that, the Election Commission understands very importantly that all eyes are on it in the next few months. In fact, the international world will be looking at Jammu and Kashmir, the first election after a decade, first election as a union territory, and the first election to ensure that it would be in a free and fair manner, given the fact that it hasn't still got its statehood.
Right. Thank you, Sunil. Over to you, Nazir. There's an important point that Sunil has talked about. This enthusiasm in voting was something that we saw in Kashmir with constituencies like Srinagar, Anantnag and also Baramulla registering a very high voter turnout, something that Rajiv Kumar, the CEC, also mentioned today. So what is the reaction to this announcement of elections in J&K? Omar Abdullah had just a few hours before the election press conference posted on X that he's hoping that the announcement comes today. So clearly this is a surprise and a good one at that.
Well, it was a surprise for many people, including the J&K administration, who were taken by surprise and they didn't even issue orders. Most of even orders are still coming. More than 200 transfers have been made during this today, including district SPs of 10 districts, DCs of 5 districts, and large number of other IPS, IES, IFS officers, and the JNK service officers as well. But this election is much more beyond these, just a vote. Because in Jammu and Kashmir, people have given their lives for the right to vote, fought against militancy, and boycott calls. But what was the biggest strange thing for the last 6 years? People were saying why elections are not being held. So the long wait is over today. There was, as I said, everybody was cynical if elections are happening, because year after year, they were saying, oh, it's happening next year, then it's happening next year. It was not happening. But Supreme Court has set a deadline of September 30. During Election Commission's recent visit to Jammu and Kashmir, Chief Election Commissioner said he will factor in keep in mind the deadline set by the Supreme Court while announcing the poll schedule for Jammu and Kashmir. And so clearly, he stood by what he said. And importantly, in this election, Government of India, you have to deal with the same players which were existing here in Jammu and Kashmir before 2019. There was a lot of effort to create new political players, but that has not happened. It's the same National Conference, same Congress, same PDP, the BJP allies, or who were perceived to be BJP allies, have not done well in the parliament elections. For example, Congress, BJP, NC alliance.
Right.
They were contested together. They have got 41.7% votes in parliament elections. Why we are making parliament elections as a reference point? Number one, it is after the delimitation. It is after Jammu and Kashmir was divided into two union territories. So we cannot make, election of 2014 as a reference point, because we have to not just it is the recent election, but it is also after delimitation and after division of the Jammu and Kashmir state. So then it comes the BJP, it is 24%. PDP has got just 8% votes. And the other parties which were, propped up, they have literally not done well.
Okay.
So it is very, very interesting election, historic, the first election post abrogation of Article 370. Political parties are saying it is not just a beginning.
Right.
Actual promise there should be the restoration of the state, which has been promised by the center, and Supreme Court during its verdict of Article 70 had given two important directions to the Election Commission and the center. One was hold elections by September 30 this year, and restore statehood of Jammu and Kashmir as soon as possible.
That's been an important demand of political parties. To you, Gurpreet, Haryana is going to vote on the 1st of October. This is one state that's priority for both, BJP and the Congress. Both of them won 5 seats each. There is Mara Haryana, non-stop Haryana versus, of course, 10 saal ka hisab, though the campaigns have really begun on a very aggressive note. What is the kind of sentiment on ground, and how are political parties looking at this announcement?
Well, first we will talk about the BJP who is ruling in Haryana state. We have seen for the last so many days multiple policies have been announced by the Chief Minister, newly involved Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini. We have seen today at about 9 a.m. he has given a bonus to the farmer. As of now, what we can understand, the undercurrent of Haryana politics for the BJP, there is a challenge for farmers, because they have to woo the farmers, and for that they have been doing a lot of hard work so that they will be able to allure the farmers by giving various bonus. If we can talk about the Congress side, we have seen the Congress has already initiated its campaign, and Haryana Mange Hisab, that is being led by the Member Parliament Dipinder Hooda, who is also son of former Chief Minister of Haryana Bhupinder Singh Hooda, and he has been camping in the various districts so that they will be able to reach at the grassroots level, and they will be able to make a contact with the voters personally. If we can talk about the other parties, we have seen INLD, that is also one time where it was very strong regional party, and that had already been divided into within the family. We have seen INLD is being run by Abhay Singh Chotala, and he has just recently forged an alliance with the BSP so that they will be able to get the vote share from the various pockets of Haryana. At the same time, JJP, that is led by Dushyant Singh Chautala, that also camping at the various districts. Now, if we can talk about the issues which are prominently coming from the various political party and from the people of Haryana, we have
Right.
seen the Congress is saying that youth are unemployed, and they are also talking about the leakage of paper, and so many paper have been leaked. At the same time, they are also trying to get political mileage from this former protest which has been held at the national capital, and we have seen these Congress people, they are trying to woo all type of the
Right.
voters. For the BJP, if we can talk about their strength, they have been claiming for the last 2 terms they have given good governance. So let's see that how in the coming days the political equations are going to be changed.
So the battle lines have
both
been
the
drawn.
party,
Thank you,
BJP,
Gurpreet. Thank you,
Congress
Nazir. And thank you, Sunil Prabhu, for joining us.